Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha and this is episode 69, I nearly said 39 then, episode 69 of my crochet journey. Now, how are you all? I hope you're all keeping safe. It's Sunday afternoon because as you know I always put my Monday video up on Monday at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm at work by then, so I always film it on Sunday afternoon. And the weather actually has calmed down a lot, but this morning it was blowing a hoolie and raining, thundering, the lights were flashing on and off, so I couldn't have done it this morning even if I'd wanted to. I hope you are all well and managing to get some crafty time in. And today's episode is crammed full of all sorts of different things. I have done really well again. I've had a very productive week, and I've also got lots of things that I want to be able to tell you about. And so I've also got some emails of some pictures from the lovely Maureen, who has sent in her squares. And then I thought I had another one somewhere. Hold on just a moment. No, that's okay. Anyway, so yes, I have got Maureen sent me her pumpkin square from last week, so she is going to I'm going to show you that one. I don't think there is any more from her actually. Hold on just a moment. Pumpkin. Oh yes, and also she did send me her fish as well. I thought there was for some reason. Anyway, so yes, let's get on with it, shall we? Now, first of all, I have joined the Hobie subscription, which on the website comes up as Hobie Plus. Now, there are lots of different perks to the fact that you have a monthly subscription. It's $6.99 a month, which I didn't think was too bad at all. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing it for, but when I was looking at the price of the patterns on the Hobie and then going over to find the same patterns on Etsy they were a little bit more expensive anyway. And so I thought, well, weighing it up, there was one that I was looking at that was £6.50, and I thought, well, what's the point? I might as well pay $6.99 and then be able to have three, because the one of the perks of doing it monthly for $6.99 is to choose 3 paid-for patterns for free, and you can have any of them. And there are some that are £3 or £3.50. There's some that's £5, £5.50, £6, £6.50, and there's even some that are more than that. So what a bargain! And so I'm going to give it a go for a little while. And what I've decided to do is show you, as much as they are paid for patterns, and I wouldn't want to try and tempt someone if they can't afford it, or if it's something that they'd love to have but don't want to spend the money or anything like that. I don't want to kind of enable someone in that sense, but I'm in a position where I can afford it for a little while, and there are some really good patterns on there that aren't that are free, of course, because I got most of my Free Pattern Friday ones from the Hobie one for the free patterns, but there are some that are really very nice, and they're quite reasonably priced. And if you're only paying $6.99 a month and you can get 3 patterns for it, then that's what I'm up to. So and there's also things like there's a bingo app, and there's a weekly scratch card where you can earn more points, because everything you purchase on the Hobie website you get points for, so then you can redeem your points and into something you want. And there's yarn, hooks, and different things on there. So my advice to you is to go and have a look and just see what they do offer. And then there's no obligation at all, and there's no contract either, so you can just literally cancel it if it's not for you after you've had your 3 patterns for $6.99. Then you can just take them and run, can't you, really? Anyway, I have printed off the ones that I have bought or chosen for the monthly subscription, and I just thought that I would show you them, just in case that you were wanting to have them, you know, and or didn't even know they were there. And I think that's what I should be doing each month then, just to show you what I've got, just in case there is something that you are looking at getting or whatever, then it's quite good. But the first one is a mosaic blanket. Now, I've been looking at mosaic crochet for a long time, and I've kind of gone, oh, I don't really know, because it's always been something that I would like to learn. And I did speak about that also on my Free Pattern Friday one day, when I'd shown some placemats and things. But there was this really lovely blanket that I really did like, and if it stays in my stash for another 6 years, or maybe that's an exaggeration, but at least another couple of years, then it doesn't matter. It's mine forever, because I got it on the subscription, and this pattern was actually £8.50 to buy. So of course I've already got my fill, but with this pattern alone for £6.99. So even then that's cheaper without the other two. And the designer is Bee Bar Blanket by Hobie Design, and it's Sleep Tight Little Bear Blanket, and it's actually 26 pattern pages long. But of course I've printed it all off. Sorry, I've got an itchy face today. I've printed it all off, but there are graphs, or I'll just show you in a minute. But there's graphs, diagram, there's a table with the numbered lines and all of that sort of thing. So if you didn't want all of that, then you don't have to print it all off. Anyway, there is the materials they use, because obviously it's a Hobie pattern, are the 3 skeins in Acrylic, the colour Acrylic, which is Daily Stitch Acrylic. And then they're using Amigo, which are both classed as DK. And they are, the Amigo is 50 gram balls, and the other one is 100 gram balls, but that's okay, that's fine. Anyway, the pattern information is the Sleep Tight Little Bear pattern was created using overlay crochet, mosaic crochet in rows. The pattern sample was created using the woodland theme, and the pattern includes link to the introductory information about mosaic crochet basics, 2 layout options, charts for 4 designs marked with crosses, written pattern for 4 designs, border written pattern, matching bonus centre out continuous square pattern, and that's chart only. And that is a little peek of what the blanket looks like. Now, I think it's adorable, and like I say, I've always wanted to learn it, and so I'm quite intrigued by it. There are lots of links for mosaic crochet basics and useful links and things like that down there. and that's the video tutorials and all sorts of different things to click on. The information and tips are the pattern repeat is 48 crosses plus 3 stitches, or times 48. So I gather it would be 48 plus 3 on the chain maybe. But until I've actually looked into it properly, then I won't actually know. But the part 1 is hearts, and then part 2 is bears, part 3 is sky, and then there's the border. And this is the layout number 1. And although that's layout number 2, but it doesn't look much different. And that's layout number 2. Anyway, I don't want to keep you too long, but I'm just going to see if I can find a better picture of the whole blanket. And then this is the one with this, for those of you obviously that haven't done it, but there is the one with all the crosses on. And I'm assuming that the crosses are the ones that I don't know. I did know because I watched a tutorial just to find out if I actually would like it or not, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And then there is the row instructions if somebody wants to work in rows rather than off the diagrams. And then, come on, where's there a picture? I want a proper picture of the whole thing. I'm not sure if there is one. No. Well, I'm not sure if there is one, but that is the little snippet. So for that one being £8.50, I'm already winning, like I said. And then I've decided, oh, sorry, I'm stretching over. Then I decided to get the pumpkin house. Now this pattern was £8 also. So of course 2 8s are 16. So I've already technically spent £16 worth, but I've only done it for £6.99. And look at that. I just thought that was really cute. And there is that one there. I will put a link in the description box for the information anyway. I just don't want to spend too long on it because I've got lots of other stuff to show you. And so there is the pumpkin house, and I did love the fact that it's all kind of separate and it's got like a little balcony and things there. So that was something that I did keep, and I thought I would love that as well. And this one, now this one here, I can't remember exactly. I'm thinking that it was £6.50 or £6. Not sure, but either way, like I said, I'm winning, aren't I, for the next 3 months, you know, for that much money. So, but anyway, either way, I love this little guy, and I'm really looking forward to making this one because I think it would make a lovely little thing. And the crochet pattern is Garden Creature. So I'm looking forward to doing that one too. And on this one there is lots of patterns, pictures as you go along. Although this one isn't too bad actually. This is only 14 pages altogether. But yeah, so that's that one. And then last of all, I did find one, Oh, and also for the perk, you get 10% off as well, which you could argue that 10% isn't great. It's not really a lot. But if you're purchasing yarn and things, then it's ideal, really. But this one here, I actually purchased because it was £2.99 to buy, and I paid £2.69, and I just thought it was a really, really lovely thing. And my class is a robin, and what better thing to have around your neck than a line of robins? And that's the reason. But I thought because it's only such a cheap pattern, I didn't want to include it in the 3 patterns that I get with my subscription, so I just paid £2.69 for this, and I thought it would be absolutely lovely. And again, here it's got the charts and things ready for you to do it, or otherwise it's got the rows. So all in all, I enjoyed that. Right, if I had a bit more time, then I would have gone through all of it with you. But yeah, I will put it down in the description box below for you. Okay, so that was the first thing. And then I have decided on my new series for the Nature's Walk blanket, and the title is going to be Nature's Walk Weekend, and I'm going to be doing it on a Friday because of course Fridays are the start of the weekend, aren't they? And I thought I would do this video series every 2 weeks, because then it gives me chance to get the squares actually made, because obviously I do have a lot going on, because I do a Wednesday video as well, don't I, for working through my list of ever-ending want to makes. So I think doing it every other week would help me an awful lot. So that is what I have decided to call it. So for those of you that would like to join me and do it with me, I know that the lovely Jane Robinson has already been in touch with me and said that when I have decided on what it's going to be called and sorted out when I'm going to do it, she would like to do it with me. Hi Jane, by the way. And so if there is anyone else that wants to join in with me, then of course you can of course do it by all means. I will put the pattern down in the description box below, because there is going to be there is a free version, and there is also a version where you can buy the bonus ones, and then you get the pattern and the bonus squares all in one. And so I will put the details of that down below as well. So yes, if you want to, whatever colourway you want to do it in, or if you're lucky enough to have got one of the kits for it, then that's absolutely fine. I would love to see it and then show it on the day, so that you can all do it with me if you do so choose to. I feel like I'm rambling today. Anyway, so there's that, and then I also have got some other news about starting something new. Like I need to start something new. Anyway, I do, because that's just how I roll, and I've been waiting patiently for this weekend, because Jayda in Stitches has released her non-blanket cal. Every year she seems to do a calendar blanket of some sort, but this year she's calling it a non-blanket cal, because you can make it into a blanket if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm going to start with that because I'll show you, because I've pretty much finished January's already. And I've not quite sewn it all on, so you'll just have to bear with, but it's sewn on enough to stay there. Now, it is panels for every month, and then the panels are 36 by 24. You chain 37 because the one chain is for the turning, and then you go just use double crochets in the colours that you choose for yourself. I've stuck to this similar colours to what Jayda used, and then she had trees and a polar bear on hers, because that's what she decided that were most popular choice for the January block. Now, as much as we are not in Canada, we don't have anything remotely to do with polar bears or whatever. I like polar bears, and when I saw that she had a applique for a polar bear, I just wanted to use it. And so I've put that on my January square. I was going to do trees, but then where polar bears are concerned, there isn't trees, is there? But saying that, if these blocks are going to be used for things that you like about the month, I could put balloons, because obviously this one isn't completely finished. I could put balloons and things because of it being my birthday month. I could do all sorts of things, but so far I've just got the polar bear because I do love polar bears, and I thought it would be really lovely to have a polar bear on it. But yeah, so that is my square so far. I will put the details of this in the description box below if you want to join along, because it literally took me about an hour and a half to do the panel, and then it took me about 3/4 of an hour really to make the polar bear, along with the tutorial that she had. She'd done it as a live tutorial on her channel, so I just kind of skipped a little bits of talking until it got to the point where she was back crocheting again, and then I've made it up, and I loved it really, and so I'm going to carry on with this. If I do fall behind, then I fall behind. I'm not worried about it too much, but I think it's easy enough and works up quick enough to be able to keep up with it for each month, considering that I've managed to do it since Friday night, and it's only Sunday today. I think I'm doing well. So that is my new thing that I am doing, and I will show this, you know, on my Monday episodes each time. And then I have the other things that I have got are I've been working on. Ooh, is my green tabard, and I've done 10 rows since, well, over the weekend. 10 rows, so I'm doing very well with that. Doesn't look like very much, and I can't really explain a lot because I'm not sure who's watching. So as far as you're aware, it's just going to be a green tabard. But I'm going to carry on with that, and this actually has been really nice, just so that I can, when I catch up with different YouTubers and things like that when I'm watching the videos, it's been really nice just to sit there and do and knock out, because you can't really go wrong with just rows and rows of double crochet, can you? So that is that, and I've managed to do some more on that, and for the cowl that I'm doing for the birthstones with Litza over at Coco's Crochet. I have managed to finish the square for that, but I've left it in the bag, silly me. Oh, by the way, for the green tabard, I am using Aran yarn, and it was a ball of Aldi green yarn, but I don't have the ball band for it, so I can't actually show you. But it was when they were doing the big massive balls a couple of years ago, and I'm using a 5mm hook with that. And for this one, I am using Starcraft Special DK in the colourway Claret, because of it being the Garnet square. And hang on a minute, let me try and get it that way around, that's right. And so this is my panel. I'm going to box it off with brown, but I haven't got round to doing that yet for the border. And then I should be just making different ones each month. And I'm using a 3.25mm hook. No, 3.75mm hook, get it right. And I'm loving it. I love the stitch, and it was because I made the Advent Swap blanket there that made me think I actually want to do some more, so that's what I'm going to do. I did think about doing different stitches and to make it into a sampler blanket, but it all depends how much colour of a ball I have for each colour that's drawn. So you know, I mean, some stitches like waffle, for argument's sake, use up more yarn than others, and if I don't have a lot of it, I only had one ball of this, but there is some left, you know, so it all depends how much yarn it's going to take. But I do love this stitch, and I'm quite happy to carry on with this stitch, and it'll be nice to see the colours next to each other from when the birthstones are announced. So that is my contribution to that. And the other thing, before I go on to the donut and the squares, is the fact that I have finished the alien's head. Now again, I talked about my yarn swap blanket that's just there behind me, and this one is the yarn swap alien that I'm making, and I've managed to finish the head this weekend as well. This week, you know, from what I've been doing. The only thing is I ran out of the yarn from the 31st, and it was to there, so I had a little bit left from my stash, which I just made the antlers and carried on. And as you can see, one is much bigger than the other, but I'm not bothered. I must have missed some rows or something out, but I'm not really fussed about that, really. I think it all adds to the weirdness of the alien, and I'm quite happy. And so the other thing that I forgot before I was sewing it up, because you have to do these widths and then you sew up the gap in the middle, and I sewed it up without putting the eyes in, so I've got to find a way of doing the eyes now. I don't really want to embroider them because I don't think they look very good when they're massive. I just don't know. I'll find a way, and I'll find a solution. I always do, but I've just got to put the face on and then do the arms. So here is the latest installment, and also where did I put it? I did put it somewhere. I don't know where the basket's gone. Oh well, never mind. There's only there's a small amount left of this one, where I was bundling it all up together. So there should be enough to make the arms, and I'll be quite happy with that anyway. So the arms will be next, and I'm sure at some point you will see him again. but my aim was to finish him by January. Don't know whether I will get time to finish it by January or not, but if not, then I'm not fussed, because we just need to have fun, don't we, when we do our crochet. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will be just enjoying it for what it is. So that is that one. Now what do I need to show you? I have got the donut next. Now I'm sure everyone that watches me knows that we are doing a cal with Sally. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, Sally. We this one here is, I should say good morning because you are seeing this on Monday morning, really, shouldn't I? But anyway, this is the cal that I am doing with Sally over on her channel, and she picks out a donut from her lovely bag that she made herself, that she's very much proud of. And this week it was the Red Panda that she had drawn, so I will show you that in just a moment. She does her episode videos on a Monday as well, and I'm sure you'll see that at some point during the day, but I always make sure that mine's up at 8:30 in the mornings, just because it's easier for me. But this is my Red Panda, and I really quite enjoyed doing it. I surprised myself because I think it was a 3 or 4 rated donut, or maybe a 3, I think. And I thought, oh dear, but it was just literally just putting all the little tiny, like, it's just stitching on really, and I think that's fine. It's just when there's lots and lots of components that it makes it a bit more awkward. I used brown to make it a chocolate donut because obviously they are a brownie coloured, and I also used my Aztec yarn for the colour of the Red Panda, because this is what I made my Red Panda for school in. And then for the chocolate, for the brown inside the ears, it was the Everyday DK from Hobbycraft. And then just black cotton with the white cotton for the eyes, and the white was Starcraft Aran as well for that, with black cotton for the that I used for the eyes. I did that for the nose as well. So all in all, I really enjoyed this donut, and I was very, very pleased with it. So that is the donut for the week. Now I'm going to quickly show you, if I've remembered, if I say if I've remembered where I put my tablets, because I'm putting everything on top of my tablet. Now, I will quickly show you Maureen's squares. Now this is her fish square that she sent me. Oh, hang on, let me see. Oh, I think it's going to play ball today. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Trying to make it focus but not see everything else in the background. There we go. That's very good, Maureen. I love the colours. I love that. I did mine separately, my little scales, because I couldn't get it to link very well. So you've done very well there, Maureen. And then you also sent me the let me think, where is it? Oh, and you also sent me the pumpkin, and I really enjoyed her pumpkin. I like the fact of what she'd done when she was doing the lines with the different with the cotton to make it look with the detail. I really like that. And her leaves, or the curly wig, I call it the curly wig bit, that's very bright green as well. And I think you've done a very good job on both. Oh, hang on, that's a bigger, there we go. There's a bigger picture of it. Let me see if I can get the fish back up and see if it'll look bigger on this side. There we are. Yeah, so well done, Maureen. Excellent. Excellent job. So that is all I've got to show you on there. So I can shut that off. I do, before I show you my... Actually, no, I'll show you my squares first. Now, I did a rainbow fish. Just because I wanted something a little bit different. And again, like I said, I didn't do it all at once because I couldn't get them to interlink. I didn't like the pattern very well. So I just did some single ones. Hold on just a minute. I just did some single ones and then embroidered them on. And I wanted to do purple, but I followed the pattern for tail instead of the scales in purple. So I was a bit gutted. I thought, oh, that doesn't look like a scale. Then I realised it was actually the tail one that I did. So I wasn't very best pleased about that, but it is what it is. But that is my fish. And then this is the moon. Now, I didn't do a blue star because I wanted a different star colour. So I just used silver for the star. But that is my lovely little moon and star. It was actually very well laid out, and the pattern was easy to understand, and I didn't seem to have any problem there, so that was really good as well. Now I just need to nip and get my book because I've just realised that I have left it in the other room, so just hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Now it is time for me to draw out some more. So let's have a look. If I can fit it on my desk without knocking you down. Right, in my little pot I have the remainder of the tickets left. And this is the Peony. It's ages since we've done a flower, isn't it? The Peony on page 86. So let's have a quick look at that before I draw the other one. What's going on there then? Right, let me put that one onto there. And this is the Peony. I'm hoping it'll be kind to us, considering it is a flower. We've had some bad experiences with flowers, but I'm hoping it will be kind. And then let me just take that marker out, ready for the next one. And the pineapple on page 34. Peony and pineapple. We've got a rhyming time, haven't we now? 34. Let me put the marker in there. And that is the pineapple. So that is the squares done. That is the squares for next week drawn out. The only thing that I have to tell you now is that I wanted to mention a lovely lady who I have been watching quite recently. Hold on just a moment. Sorry about that, I had a sneeze. It was brewing and brewing and I thought, oh my gosh, so sorry about that. Anyway, the channel that I would like to mention this week is lovely lady from PawfectPastimes. Her name is Amanda, but her friends call her Ammo, and I have just been loving watching her channel for quite some time now, and so I just wanted to give her a shout out because I just love everything that she does, and her voice is so calming, and she just is a joy to find out. It's a joy to find out what's coming next. I love everything that she makes. I'm not one for making clothes and things, but she knits a lot, and she also crochets as well. So, and she does some other arts, different things. She does needlework. I want to say needlework, so it's like cross stitch, things like that. So do go and just give her the nod. You can always let her know that you have come over from me, because I have you know, given you the channel if you've never heard of her, and that would be lovely too. And I'll put her channel down in the description box as well, so you will be able to go along if you've not actually heard of her. So I've been now talking for 41 minutes, so I am going to go, and I will see you again on Wednesday for an update on my beehive, because you already know that I'm doing my beehive, because that's what I said on last Wednesday's video. Usually I do keep it top secret as much as I can because it's part of the fun, but I'm desperately trying to get this finished, and so I am having a big purge on it this week as well, which I have been working on already alongside everything else that I've managed to show you today, and I just wanted to make sure that I had a few extra days that I could work on it, so I will show you that on Wednesday. So take care everyone, and see you all soon. Bye.